July 2025 monthly meditation from the Church of the Spirit. I want to preface our meditation with the acknowledgement that I am not a licensed therapist or medical professional of any kind, and nothing that is contained in this meditation is to be construed as a replacement for any sort of therapy that has been prescribed by a therapist or medical professional. So I'd like you to find a comfortable physical position. If you can do so with your feet flat on the floor, that's ideal. But if your physical ease prevents you from putting your feet flat on the floor, that's fine. Your physical ease is paramount. So if you're lying down, you can continue to lie down. And I'd like you to take a few slow, deep breaths now. Just a little slower than usual. Just a little deeper than usual. And as you exhale, you may have already noticed physical tension dissipating. That's fine, that's natural. That's going to continue. Just the act of focusing on the breathing process signals the body that we're doing something a little different. It's okay to relax now. It's okay to let go now. And now you can allow your breathing to return to its easy, natural rhythm, nice and easy. Let it be easy. Continuing now to observe each exhalation of the body without any need to control now, without judgment or analysis, just settling gently into the moment, settling gently into this perfect moment with the breathing body being present with it. And I would like you to imagine now that there is a small drain at the base of your spine and one on the bottom of each foot. And as you exhale, allow yourself to experience the tension going down those drains. Maybe you hear it, maybe you feel it. However you experience, just allow that to happen. You need to do nothing but let go. Every exhalation, more physical tension drains away. As you inhale now, I want you to imagine inhaling peace, Exhale worry. Inhale love. Exhale anxiety. Inhale joy now. And exhale all critical self-judgment. Nice and easy. As you continue to observe each exhalation, as you continue to release tension, I invite you to consider letting go of any old emotional or mental baggage that is connected to any of that tension. There's no need to force any of it. There's no need to create a mental picture of what's going on. You can simply allow the past to be released. You can simply choose to be willing to let it go, and you can rest assured that your system is not going to release anything that it needs. It's not going to release anything that hasn't been done with. And now I would like you to instruct the part of your mind that likes to keep track of everything, the part of your mind that categorizes everything. Assign that part of your mind the task of continuing to observe each exhalation. And with the rest of your consciousness, I would like you to now envision your 4-year-old self and however that child appears to you, accept it as it is in this moment. And look at that child. If the child is willing to meet your gaze, make eye contact with it and let it know, either mentally or by speaking out loud, that you are here for it and that you love it and it can count on you. And if you're not comfortable making all those statements, whichever ones you are comfortable making will be sufficient. And I want you to give that child permission now to feel any emotion that it wants to feel now or ever wanted to feel in the past. And let that child know that it's okay to feel emotions. Good, bad, negative, positive. Let that child know that it is natural to have emotions when one is in a physical body. Emotions are part of being human. Part of the experience we came to this planet to experience. And it may take some time for the child you are addressing to accept what you're saying as true. Because the family conditioning or societal conditioning that we received when young was deep and repetitive. So there is no rush in this process. Your 4-year-old self may take some time to adjust to the idea that it's okay to feel certain things. With certain emotions, we may have been taught the conclusion that there are only one or two ways to express certain emotions. For example, with anger, it is often not recognized that anger can be expressed other than through physical violence. And you can reassure this 4-year-old self that it's okay to feel emotions that were labeled as negative or unsafe. Anger can simply be a constructive aid in setting boundaries, and that emotions need not be physically acted on to be fully acknowledged and expressed. It's okay to accept that you are a human being and that your physical being will respond to certain stimuli in the physical world with emotions. It's completely natural. And even though we may have been taught in the past that some emotions are not socially acceptable, although we may have been taught that some emotions are evil or wrong to feel, we can let go of those constructs now. In this moment, in this present moment, you are free of judgment. You are free of being judged by any being other than yourself. And you can free yourself from even that simply by deciding to accept yourself as a human being who has feelings, who has emotions simply by the fact that you are a physical human being. It's okay. I'd like you to check in with that 4-year-old now and see how they're doing without any judgment of right or wrong. Notice if they feel more at ease. Let that child know that they are loved if you are willing and capable of that. However, that manifests itself, if you feel comfortable making physical contact with that 4-year-old, gently and reassuringly. And if it feels reticent, respect the child's boundaries in the moment. In time, it will become aware that it can trust you as long as you are patient. Nice and easy. Let it be easy. I'd like you to acknowledge now to your adult self the same sentiments that it is okay to feel things. It's okay to have emotions. Sometimes as we mature, we may have picked up messages from society at large that if we are on a spiritual path, if we have grown spiritually, that perhaps there's a point at which we should have evolved past the feelings of certain emotions. And I'd like you to grant yourself mercy if you haven't evolved to that point. If you're still in a physical body, my hunch is that you still are having emotions, and that's fine. There's a difference between acknowledging emotions and wallowing in them. If we acknowledge them and allow our bodies to feel them, that is how they are processed. And that is how we keep from wallowing in them. If we swallow them or think we shouldn't be experiencing them, that is when we tuck them away. And that is how they build up and look for release, sometimes in inappropriate ways and at inappropriate times. It is by acknowledging and allowing the body to feel them that we are able to release them. That is how they are processed. And you can reassure your adult self gently and compassionately that as long as you are in a physical body, you're going to be experiencing emotions. It's okay to be human. That's why you came here. I'd like you to reconnect with that 4-year-old self and reassure that child that despite old conditionings, but despite old teachings from very likely well-meaning mentors in the past, that it's okay to feel anything that they ever wanted to feel. And as you observe the exhalation of the body, If any emotions arise, anything that feels like an emotion that wants to be expressed, just allow the body to feel what it wants to feel. You need not understand it emotionally or intellectually to release it. Let the body feel what it wants to feel. And that's it. You need to do nothing but give it permission and let go. There are now 3 minutes remaining in the half-hour session. If you have something to do at the end of this session, I'd like you to gradually and slowly begin to open your eyes. If you want to just drift off to sleep, you can just tune me out now and know that the half hour's almost up. And the recording of this session will be posted at churchofthespirit.org within a few weeks. It will be labeled Accepting Emotion. If you ever want to refer back to it, gradually begin to become aware of your physical surroundings. Maybe move your fingers or toes very slowly, very gradually. Nice and easy. Begin to become aware of your connection to this wonderful planet that you agreed so graciously to come to. I wish you all a good evening or good day, depending on the time you're listening to this. Thank you for coming.